In this date, a groundbreaking event occurred. That event would forever change modern democratic society in Portugal and many other countries. A tale which to this day fills Portuguese people with pride and happiness, a true achievement in this country's history. Okay, most of you might not even know where or what country Portugal is, and I don't blame you. But once upon a time, Portugal was an empire which spread around the whole world, and it was a remarkable period for Portuguese history and culture. But like all empires throughout history, the Portuguese Empire was doomed to fail. Time passed, and I mean a lot of time. And by the end of the Second World War, Portugal still had colonies like Angola and Mozambique, when most of the countries were leaving their empirical background to move into a modern democratic society. This persistence in colonization was empowered by Estado Novo, a dictatorial regime which started after the 1926 revolution and was consolidated in 1933. Estado Novo's most infamous leader was, without a doubt, António de Salazar, a man who rose to power and always made sure he would preserve it forever. This regime, like most dictatorial regimes in Europe at the time, was violent, discriminatory, and ruled by fear and ignorance for almost 50 years. 50 years! For perspective, Hitler's regime lasted 12 years, and Mussolini's lasted 20 years. You know, people lived and died during this regime without ever knowing what full freedom feels like. But something big was coming, and it would forever change everything. Portuguese colonies were influenced and inspired by the independence of their neighbors, and offered military resistance to the regime. This war became known as Guerra Colonial, and was a huge driving factor to the 25th of April. Young Portuguese men were being forced to join the military and fight a never-ending and dehumanizing war. This led to a lot of people migrating to other countries in hope to find peace and prosperity far away from the depressing reality that became Portugal. This massive discontent about the ongoing war, the oppressive military police, the radical mentality, and the hellish living conditions, mixed together with the courage of the people, led to the revolution of 25th April 1974, also known as the Revolução dos Cravos, or the Carnation Revolution. This name was given to the revolution due to the massive crowds of people and soldiers marching as one with carnations on their hands, uniforms, and guns. To this day, the carnation is a symbol of hope, courage, and especially the revolution of the Portuguese people. Try and imagine for a second what this feeling must have been like. You are walking on the streets, soldiers and people by your side, guns with carnations on their barrels, people singing and dancing, families reuniting, political prisoners finally escaping their chains, finally being able to speak out what you truly feel inside. No more banned music, no more restricted journalism, no more meaningless war. This revolution is well known due to the fact that it seeks justice and peace, without revenge or bloodshed. Unfortunately, people still died and were injured, but in a very small amount. Only 45 injured and 4 people died. These are truly spectacular numbers. After all, this was a revolution that ended a violent, racist, and outright fascist regime. People didn't seek out revenge in masses. Instead, they wanted to spread peace and joy for what was done and what's to come. I don't know how it's like to live under an oppressive regime. I don't know how it's like to be afraid for my life due to my beliefs. I wasn't even alive in 1974. So what? I'm here now, and I'm doing my best to preserve in time this outstanding effort of the Portuguese people. I'm here now, preserving the democratic beliefs that led to this revolution. I'm here now with pride and joy for the nationality that was given to me. I'm here now, standing with countless others, only due to the fact that my ancestors didn't settle. I'm here now, spreading awareness for the most important day in my country. I hope you learned something, with not only historical value, but also emotional and ethical. Just because this happened in a little, small and insignificant country in Europe, that doesn't mean it isn't an example that courage and moral acts can lead entire generations forward to a brighter future. To me, this video was a special project. It doesn't have anything to do with my channel, but I thought it was important to make, and that I would be proud of the result. I'm sorry for delaying so much my next video of From the Depths. I hope I can finish it in time and with my usual quality, or even more. If you enjoyed this video, then please show your support by sharing the video around, commenting and liking this video. I would really appreciate it. That's it for now, and see you on the next one.